So I'm going to go break down all the numbers for you guys. They don't look great. I'm going to give you what all the swing states. So I'm going to go break down all the numbers for you guys. They don't look great. I'm going to give you what people in D.C. are saying, Democratic Party are saying, Republican pollsters, everyone across the board, how are the markets doing, etc. First, look, I'm telling you this not again to haha or whatever. I'm telling you because the pundits are almost always wrong. They never come back and tell you, oh yeah, we got it wrong, etc. They don't tell you oftentimes ahead of time. They do Monday morning quarterback. All those different things that they do wrong. The reason I tell you guys stuff ahead of time is so you can see whether I'm right or not. So you can see whether you should trust our analysis of what is reality, not what we want, but what is reality. So that's why, in that context, let me tell you, 4 days ago, this weekend on October 5th, I wrote, I think Trump is going to retake the lead. Kamala started playing prevent defense with too small a lead. By having her surrogates tell everyone how pro-business she is, she accidentally gave up the mantle of the change candidate. That's what's going to decide this election. Now, she did other things wrong too, and I'll get into that in a second. But I started getting the same sense over the weekend that I got the weekend before the 2016 election. You go back and you read my tweets from that weekend, from early November of 2016, and I start saying, oh boy, a lot of signs are looking bad. I know Hillary Clinton has a big lead, but I'm super worried. Every spidey sense I have, every poll, every anecdote, not poll, the polls were mixed, okay, and Hillary Clinton was leading in the polls overall, but the underlying numbers were scaring me. So all of those things were leading me to go, watch out, warning. You remember what I said on election night in 2016 over and over again. Brace for impact, right? And so I hate to say that to you right now. And there's still plenty of time to turn it around. Not plenty of time, but some time. And I think she can turn it around because it's not like it's over. It's not like it's a blowout. No, she's got a small disadvantage in the swing states, but it is definitely a disadvantage. So let me start breaking it down for you guys. First, I'll start with the smallest piece of evidence, and I'll work up to numbers and the biggest piece of evidence. So Mark Halperin is a guy who was an establishment insider for a long time, was all over MSNBC and Morning Joe for a long time. He had personal issues, etc. You take this with a grain of salt, especially because he's talking about private polls, but he says that in all the private polls that he is seeing, she's now losing almost everywhere. Let me give you one of his quotes. He says, the conversation I'm having with Trump people and Democrats with data are extremely bullish on Trump's chances in the last 48 hours. Extremely bullish. We think of the 7 battleground states, which one is Harris in danger of losing? I would say Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Arizona, North Carolina, and Georgia. Well, that's almost all of them. And he finishes by saying, I'm not saying she'll lose all 6, but she is in danger. I want you to take note of the fact that it's in the last 48 hours that this has happened. Now, that's why I told you about me saying it over the weekend. Because, guys, there are certain things you do that make a difference, especially in an election this tight. Running towards populism and trying to serve the average American works. Running towards big business and Dick Cheney does not work. It's a bad strategy. Hiding from the press does not work. Saying that you're the same as Biden does not work. Saying Trump's a bad guy. Brother, I mean, we've been doing this for over 10 years. Nobody says Trump's a bad guy more than I do. We got a whole TrumpBrackets.com about all the terrible things that he did. You're not going to outdo me on how terrible you think Trump is. But that's not the point right now. The point is, how do you win this election? And it's not rocket science. You offer the average American things that they need and things that they want. You should be their representative. You should be their fighter. You should be out there fighting for them. And right now, they're not seeing it. So when I saw that they weren't doing the fundamentals right, I said, uh-oh, now she's going to lose the lead, and she has. So I wish to God I wasn't right. Sometimes I feel like Bruno, you know?
Okay, folks. There's a 4-minute rant. It was a 10-minute, 20-minute rant he did, actually. But I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to go into. He said why. He because they're losing because they're doing all this pro-business stuff. And they're trying to they're being more pro-business. That's their policy. They're not populism, they're saying. But some of the stuff wasn't really populism to begin with. He's seen that before. He's seen that earlier. They're doing great. They're doing like progressive stuff. They're offering them the housing thing, doing some stuff on the housing, and the price gouging. And there's some stuff there. Not really that much stuff they're doing. I'm trying to remember what else they're saying they're gonna do. I don't know if they mentioned abortion. They're gonna do that. They didn't mention that though. Basically, that's there's some other stuff there that she's gonna do. Give tips. No taxes on tips, something like that. And she's gonna be law and order president. More law and order, and more pro-military, and more pro-military, more law and order. Be the strongest force on earth. And see what's going on in the Middle East. She's gonna be pro that, whatever that, you know what that is, folks. What's going on in the Middle East? And that's supposed to be more progressive, right? According to him. Well, that's supposed to be more progressive, but then he's saying that she had Mark Cuban advocating for her, and she's doing more pro-business. She's getting endorsements by Dick Cheney, and be more pro-business. Certain things she's gonna help. Oh, she's gonna help for small businesses, but that's not really. That's kind of say that's progressive. That's populist kind of, I guess. That's kind of small businesses, but she's saying going for Dick Cheney, endorsement from Dick Cheney and his sister, his daughter, the Cheneys, and going to Mark Cuban advocating for her. She's saying that's more to the right, but I'm saying the stuff that she's doing before that wasn't populist. I mean, those are like peanuts. They're not really. They're offering some small stuff to the American people. But back when 2020, when Biden ran, he was a more populist. He was more populist, more progressive campaign. Like student loan, even the infrastructure plan. It was 2 infrastructure plan they did, infrastructure thing they did. The one big one and small one, they only did the big one. They only did the small little thing they did. It was really for business, but it's supposed to be one big plan it's supposed to be when they campaign on. They're gonna put in all this stuff they're gonna do. The problem with Biden, they didn't do what they said they were gonna do. But when they campaigned, it was really a progressive plan they did. Really progressive. And a lot of young people, young voters voted for Biden back then. And now, what she's doing now, offering little peanuts, crumbs to the American people, it's nothing. It doesn't do anything. And he's full of crap. What she's doing going to the right. And some of the stuff she backpedaling on, kind of. She's actually going more to the right. And she's doing kind of propaganda and law and order. I mean, she's trying to track. He was saying that, this is my point. She's trying to track He's always said that they should attract the independents and the in the middle. But that's what she's trying to do. She's trying to in the Republicans. Go to the other side. She's trying to attract those voters. Do not necessarily agree with the. Well, sure, they like all these progressive things. The other side, Republicans like that too, but they're only offering crumbs. See? She's offering them crumbs. Plus, she's going to their side, law and order. Because they like the Republicans love that law and order, so-called law and order party. So she's going to those voters, so-called, and in the white suburbs, the white women. Is fear about and immigration. That she's going to do. She's going to fix immigration. It's going to more to the right. All this. I mean, fear mongering under. They're doing both sides. Both sides are doing it. This is what's called the unit party. They're doing it both. They're doing fear mongering about immigration. That's what she's doing. So she's going to be fix immigration, advocating for more. I guess more security, border security. She will do ICE agents, and Biden's been he's already have Trump's policy, border policy. He's doing a lot of more deportees. He's doing more worse than Obama, or maybe not. I think Obama deported a lot more people than Bush. I think maybe more than Trump. I think, I'm not sure. Or Trump maybe deported more. But I know one thing. I think Trump did more. I know Trump did more drone strikes than anybody than Obama. So that's what he did. But Trump did more. Biden. I'm thinking Biden did more than Trump. Deporting deported undocumented. I'm not sure. I think Biden did more than Trump. I think maybe he did. But they both were terrible. So he adopted his policies. So Biden Harris in the administration adopted Trump's policies. So that's why it's so terrible. And now they're going to fix it. So they're going to be more, they're going to be worse than Trump in terms of the border. More of the police state, and more of the security state. So there's more of a right-wing neocon policy they're doing. And, but offering some little crumbs, some little progressive things they do, but it's totally different from Biden. 2020 campaign is more to the left, and they got a lot of young voters. And student debt reform. He didn't really come out with it, but he did something to water down the policy. But they did something at least. And she never even mentioned that. Even the healthcare, they never mentioned it. Or she's gonna straighten Obamacare. And she's gonna do the drugs. What Biden did with the pharmaceutical drugs, make them more, put them more under, make them more inexpensive. Try to lower the cost. There's only a couple of drugs they lower the cost, and maybe one at $5, I think. They were saying 10. Was it 10 drugs or less than that? Really, dude. Yeah. But anyways, see, that's what they did. See, they always say that TYT always said they should go to the center of the moderates. That's what they did. They went to the moderates and the conservatives. Even though they went even further, and he's right about one thing. Dick Cheney, that's not going to bring your votes. Accepting endorsement from Dick Cheney, and being for more poor military. I mean, They're not gonna get more votes. But some cases they might. There's certain groups they might attract. They think they are. But the main thing to me is they should go back to their base. I'm sorry, folks. Democratic leftist base. They should go back to that got them elected. These so-called the going for the aristocratic and the Republicans, Democratic Republicans, and the Republicans. So the whites in the white suburbs, the moderate whites. I mean, they should go for the, not like the working, the white, even the white working class, the poor whites. What are you gonna do for them? Working poor whites, the middle class, sort of the middle class, the blue collar of the working poor. They should go after that, those votes. Do the more leftist policies, and they'll win. But that's what they're doing. They're doing what you're doing, Cenk. They're going more to the moderate, to the centrists. Although the war, you're right, the war stuff, pro-war, they don't like. Nobody likes that. I mean, someone in the right wing, some of the right wing loves that, and the moderate Democrats love that. But the leftists don't. Most leftists don't love that. Don't like the wars, more wars. But the leftists, the right wing loves that. Love the wars. Some of the right wing and the moderate Democrats love the wars. My screensaver came on. Anyways, folks, this is more nonsense. The TYT does this like stupidness. They advocate for the moderates. Trying to attack the moderates. That's what they're doing, and it's not working out for them. They should change their campaign. Maybe it's too late now. I don't think these guys want to win, so I don't know. Seems like they don't want to win, but we'll see. And Cenk's trying to sound the alarm. He's such a fraud. I mean, one guy had it right in the last video I did. He said these guys are just do both sidism. Both sides are bad. I mean, they don't really like they scold their own base. They scold the leftists. That's what they do. It's okay for to criticize the Democratic, the party itself, but they scold their own progressive base, the left base. They scold the so-called people here, TYT. That's what they do. And they get criticized with their own audience. They scold, and they scolded the left, so-called progressive left, and they scold their own audience. That's why so many left. They're not really. A lot of them real leftists in their audience just unsubscribed. But this is a video, folks. I had to do this with Cenk, saying that they're going too far to the right. That's what they're doing now. That's what they always did. That's what they even before that they were doing. They're doing to the center. We know some of the policies, yeah. If you wanted to go to the left, they should do more progressive stuff. More progressive, not just a couple of few policies, and that's it. Anyways, folks, I'm out. He's so funny. He's so this guy. I'm out, folks.